What's good, people? Welcome to another episode of the Premier League Game Week. We're having midweek games this week, and this is Game Week 29. Game Week 28 was not bad. It actually went according to how I predicted for most of the games, especially with those three big teams: Man City versus Leeds, Liverpool versus West Ham, United versus Crystal Palace. I predicted wins for all of them. It was only Chelsea versus Arsenal. And if Chelsea could have just been a more disciplined team, which is what I keep talking about. I keep talking about how unserious Chelsea is and how indisciplined their players are. They just have a lot of young players. They even have a young manager as well. I think their manager is very intelligent, by the way. Super blunt guy, gets straight to the point, delivers. I think it's not even about his tactics anymore. It's really now about the players, their mentality. How can they stay disciplined on the pitch? How can they, carry out the instructions of their coach while also keeping their heads in the game? I feel like they struggle with it, and that's one of their biggest problems right now. And it might be one of the things that prevents them from actually getting into the Champions League. And it'll be super disappointing, in my opinion, if this is the reason why they can't get to the Premier League. How many red cards have they gotten this season? Like, what? How are you getting 8+ red cards in one single Premier League season? One team. Pedro Neto now, he cannot come out and say that tackle was a smart tackle. Why did he make it? We don't know. Just keep following the guy down the line. That's all he needed to do. I honestly feel like if they were more disciplined, they could have brought that fixture back. Maybe even won it, because I think they were playing the better ball in that match. Arsenal were playing boring football. They relied on set pieces to win. But hey, they got their 3 points and they went home. No qualms. No hard feelings there. They got the result, and that's really what it's about at this point in the season. I keep saying it: get your results, get your 3 points. Everybody is not even about good ball anymore. Like, anybody can catch you and beat you in this league. Wolves have shown that they can win games, they can come back. Like, as bad as they are 20th in the league. So if Wolves can do something, who are you to say you want to drop off because you think this team is small, or because you're passing the ball around for 90 minutes, you not create opportunities to actually score? I pity you. They will score you in this league. Anyways, Game Week 29 is going to be some interesting games in Game Week 29 that we're going to be talking about. Aston Villa versus Chelsea, Liverpool versus Wolves. Actually, I think, Liverpool versus Wolves, United versus Newcastle, Manchester City versus Nottingham Forest, Arsenal versus Brighton. A lot of interesting games where the teams, once again, cannot afford to draw points. So, without further ado, let's quickly get into the games. The first game we're going to be talking about is Aston Villa versus Chelsea. Chelsea, if you're not careful, you're not going to play any Champions League football next season. And it will be very, very sad, because there's every chance for you to get Champions League football here, and you're really messing it up in a very horrific way. In my opinion, it's not even funny, because this is a side that is not even bad. They actually play pretty decent football, but they just have a lot of young and indisciplined players. And in my opinion, if you guys don't sit up, lock in, and get your mentality right, you're going to be playing Europa League football next season, and it will be very, very disappointing, in my opinion, because I really want Chelsea to be in the Champions League next season. I already talked about I want Chelsea, Liverpool, City, Man U, and Arsenal in the Champions League next season, because I want to have Premier League teams competing and showing the levels in the Champions League. So, in my opinion, Aston Villa, that they are about to play in this match, this is why this game is very, very huge, because both teams need to win if they want to qualify for the Champions League. So I want to see who is going to show the manpower in this match, because Aston Villa is another very, very unserious team. In my opinion, this is the battle of the unserious, because this Aston Villa team, they've dropped 13 points in their last 6 games. They've only won 1 match in their last 6. This is a team that was sitting pretty in 3rd position. They were very, very pretty in 3rd position. It was a competition between Manchester United, Liverpool, and Chelsea for 4th and 5th, because top 5 are going to Champions League next season. So, Aston Villa, I'm really disappointed that you guys have put yourself in a position where you're dropping points to the level where you're almost out of the top 4. But you know what? Do us a favor and leave there, because we actually want competitive teams to go to the Champions League next season. And Chelsea is a competitive team that deserves to be in the Champions League. The amount of points that they've dropped from winnable positions this season is absolutely appalling, which is why I feel like they have to do everything in their power to win this match. They just have to. They really have to. Aston Villa are beating you in your last two meetings, so you need to get your get back. You need to win this match. My predictions, my predictions are I don't even know. I don't know what to predict for this match because both teams have to win. But I'm just going to say Chelsea to win 2-1, 2-1 or 3-1. I want to believe that Chelsea are going to do what needs to be done in this match. I want to believe that they're going to do what needs to be done in this match because I don't think any team, a loss or a draw for either of these teams is just bad. So one of them has to win, and I just feel like Chelsea, well, if they win away, it will be massive. It will be seriously massive. Newcastle versus Manchester United. Manchester United are in the form of their life right now. Michael Carrick has introduced them to a vibe that they've not been familiar with for some time now. So their fans are absolutely on top of the world. 7 games, 6 wins, 1 draw. No losses in 7 games is just somewhere that Manchester United have not been in a while. I don't think they remember the last time they lost a game. So the total environment at Manchester United right now is just, joy. Everybody is playing top football. Michael Carrick has come in and just made sure he's built a relationship with the players and just play them in their actual positions to maximize and get the best of their abilities. Bruno Fernandes, Mr. Manchester United, is carrying them to the Champions League this season. And I feel like this Newcastle game is a game that they absolutely have to win. I think Michael Carrick has to win it to just keep pushing towards that contract. If he wants it, he needs to win this match. But Newcastle are not going to make it easy for Manchester United. By the way, Newcastle have been disappointing this season, in my opinion. They should be competing to enter the Champions League, and they are 13th in the league at the moment, well below their expectations. But I think they were not as really aggressive as they needed to be in the summer transfer window, and they are reaping what they sowed, in my opinion. So I just think United right now, a lot of their players are playing they're having really good form. Benjamin Sesko, Cunha, Mbeumo, Bruno Fernandes, Kobe Menu is going about doing his job in a very, very, calm, quiet way. And a lot of people don't even realize the importance of him in the team, but he's keeping the team tick. He's making the team tick. He's making the team play good football. And Casemiro is also in the form of his life at the moment. So Manchester United right now, they're a really, really happy team. They probably have the best form in the league at the moment. And Newcastle have a very, very tough game to play. And they're playing at St. James Park, so it's also going to be hard for United to win. But I'm going to predict a draw in this match just because I feel like Newcastle are not going to make it easy for United at all. But United might as well shock us and actually win this match. But I just feel like Newcastle are going to hold them to a draw in this game. Manchester City versus Nottingham Forest. No losses in 9 games for Manchester City at the moment. And right now, we're building some serious team. We are actually working hard. We want this Premier League title. I'm finally starting to feel like we want it. But, a part of me doesn't want to still give them my total, confidence, because I feel like they might still let me down, and I definitely feel like Pep is going to be making some changes in this match just to give some players rest, because if you check our lineup, it's been pretty consistent, the players that have been playing. So I expect him to make some changes in this match, but I'm just hoping that the changes that he makes in this match don't alter the way we've been playing. I didn't think we played our best football against Leeds, but then again, we went to Elland Road, which is never an easy place to go to. But this game, we're playing it at home against a Nottingham Forest team that just changed their manager. They are still really getting to understand his style of play. And Manchester City is a team right now that anything that they catch, they want to wound, because at this point in the season, we still have every chance of getting a quadruple. And in my opinion, we should go for it. We can absolutely go for it. There's nothing stopping us from going for it at the moment. We have a new squad. I totally understand, but 2 trophies this season is not bad with this new squad. Go into next season, maybe add 1 or 2 players in the summer, and we're looking good again. We're looking like a really competitive side. A lot of people have written Manchester City off, but I like the way that you guys keep writing us off. This match, I don't expect anything other than a win in it. Nottingham Forest, that they're not really that much of a threat for me. And at the moment, we need this win. So I'm expecting my boys to come into this game with some confidence, knowing that we haven't lost a game since like January. I think our last game was in the Champions League. Our last loss was in the Champions League against Bodo. So right now, I'm expecting them to come into this match with full confidence. Any changes that is made into this team, just keep the standard, maintain the standard. No room for loss in this match against Nottingham Forest, to be disappointed if we lose. So my predictions for this match are simple: Manchester City win. I think it's going to be like a three goal game. Maybe they might score. I hope we keep a clean sheet. But let's see how it goes. Wolves versus Liverpool. Wolves, what do you actually have for Chelsea, United, and Aston Villa in this match? Because you've actually been serving up a lot of dishes in recent games, and I feel like they're actually playing Liverpool in the Premier League and in the FA Cup this weekend. And something just smells like Liverpool is about to fumble one of these games. And both games are important because they can't afford to drop points in the Premier League. And in the FA Cup, they will probably still want to be in that competition because they will want to win the FA Cup as well and just at least grab a trophy this season. At the moment, I feel Liverpool have been doing pretty decent. Their last loss was against Manchester City, and most of the other games have been pretty, pretty comfortable wins. I think their match against West Ham was a very, very comfortable win as well. Going into this match, they will definitely be feeling like they should be beating Wolves, but they'll be very wary of what Wolves have done to Aston Villa and Arsenal in recent weeks. So I don't think they will play around with this game at all, but they would expect to win it as well. So I don't really have much to say about this match. I just expect that Liverpool should go there and get 3 points, because they don't get 3 points, Chelsea is right behind them, but they play a really tough fixture against Aston Villa as well. So Liverpool, your fixtures in the past few games, they've actually been very, very, they've not been that tasking like that, can't lie. So honestly, I feel like this match, you should be winning it. But let's see how it's going to go. I don't think Liverpool right now, they have that many like threats in their team. I feel one of their biggest threats in Florian Wirtz is still not available for them at the moment. So they're going to have to dig deep. They scored 5 goals in their last match, so they actually dug in. But I'm interested in seeing how this fixture actually goes, because Wolves can actually pull a stunner for sure. But I'm predicting a Liverpool win. Brighton versus Arsenal. Brighton, I don't know. What do you have for me? Honestly, I don't really have too much hope in Brighton, because anytime I ask them to complete a task, they never really go about it the right way or even complete it. So this match now, I know for a fact that Arsenal also have Brighton's number. They always beat them, and even if Brighton try, maybe they get a draw. But most of the times, Arsenal find a way to beat Brighton. So I don't really have much expectations from Brighton in this match. But once again, it's the Premier League, Brighton. I believe that you can very much get something from this game, even if it's a draw. A draw right now, Arsenal cannot even afford it. They know it. We're on their backs. We follow them. We did their back like this. So any draw, any point drop like this, Arsenal, you're in trouble. So I know Arsenal are going to probably they're going to win this match, but I just feel it. I don't think Brighton are going to hold them. But if you have something for me, just don't hesitate at all. This match is in your home right now. I don't even think Arsenal have that many hard games. The only game that I know that they will find it hard is at the Etihad, and that's where the title race might actually be decided, because with these fixtures I'm seeing from Arsenal, there's no team. You never really know. I can't even lie. Points can be dropped. So let me not write it off. Arsenal, I don't even think they play that good of football, to be honest. They are too reliant on set pieces, and Brighton is a team that actually likes to play the ball. So I'm really interested in seeing how they hold off Arsenal in this match. But I'm hoping that Brighton can actually do something. But my predictions for this game, I'm predicting a 3-1 win to Arsenal. I don't have that much hope in Brighton.